you all for coming today. I know that everyone has a very hectic schedule, but nonetheless, thank you guys for showing up. I would just like to go ahead and get started. Um, First, because as you guys know, we can't do voting, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the general business. I'm not sure if we can have each person from the committee speak. If you guys are on the same committee, or if you have different committees, can you share like an update as far as like the newsletter or the meeting last night, if you were able to attend or just to watch it at least? Can I get some updates about that? Can anyone speak to that?
Portia, excuse me, you still need to do roll call. You need to still follow
Okay.
the order of the agenda.
Okay, that's why. Okay, so I can still do roll call. That's why I was confused about. I'm sorry.
Addison is supposed to be your fill-in secretary in Brooke's absence, but I do not see Addison up here. Am I missing her?
Actually,
He's getting cut in and out, so Tamara's going to do secretary.
Okay.
Okay, so I can still go through with that. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Just not the
Just go down.
Okay, so just not the approval of minutes, right?
Not voting on them. You can review them and discuss them if there's some things that need to be changed, but
Okay.
you can't do a vote or anything on any item until you have a quorum.
Okay. So Tamara, can you start us off?
So that what you, Portia, is, like I said, look at the agenda and then just call out the item like you normally would and say,
Okay.
may we have, the call and that type of thing.
Okay. So, Tamara, can you start us off with the roll call, please?
Okay. Atkins High, Sasha Shigar.
Here.
Atkins High, Cimarron Varangama. Bishop McGinnis. Sunita Arwala. Bishop McGinnis, Daniel Cancero. Carver High, Quentin Daniels. Carver High, Abril Salata. Early College, Jacob Taylor. Early College, James Taylor.
Present.
Wynn High, Jahara for Faunus. I'm sorry. Glen High, Skylar Petal. She requested an excused absence. Let's see. Kennedy High, Gazelle. That was an excused absence. Middle College, Cameron Allen.
Here.
Middle College, Brooke Lackey requested an excused absence. North Forsyth, Jayla Blair. North Forsyth, Celeste Collado.
Here.
Reagan High, Nasi Bagaway requested an excused absence. Reagan High, Daniel Reyes.
Present.
Reynolds High, Tamara Smith, that's me here. Reynolds High, Addison Truzier. She have to say here. It says she's here right now.
Yeah, she keeps going in and out.
Yeah, you can count her present.
Okay. Let's see. Walkertown, Mellon Jackson. Walkertown, Obey. Salazar. West Forsyth, Candace Bradley. West Forsyth, Xander Payton. Let's see. And so Portia Smith.
Present.
And Winston Prep Amaria Williams. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Tamira. So we're gonna go ahead and review the minutes. Now we can't approve them, but we can, discuss them. So if you all can pull up from your email the minutes from our February meeting, and if you guys have any questions or anything that you see incorrect, we can just note it down, but we can't vote on it. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that. Do I have any questions or comments? Any updates that need to be made to the minutes? If not, we can go ahead and move to the next item on the agenda. So the next item, we will cover general business, and our first item under that would be committee meetings / reports. As I was saying earlier, we did have a city council meeting last night. So can anyone speak to that, how it went, or did anyone here join?
I was able to go in and out and kind of see some of the things that was discussed.
Awesome. I know
yeah.
I also went to. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, I had to leave early, but I think I left during the part where they're trying to discuss like the broadband plan.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really figure out what was going on there, but
That's awesome. Daniel, were you gonna say something as well?
Yes, I was also able to attend, and I thought it was really interesting how they approved this new initiative for the pre-K and for children before kindergarten, and it is also how trying to help the situation affected by the pandemic, and basically trying to understand how they can be able to perfect basically their lives.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for those updates. Does anyone else have any updates or concerning that meeting? Any feedback?
James, did you have some thoughts that you wanted to share?
Yeah, also, I was just going to add that one of my favorite parts is when I kind of wrote it down just so I could say in the meeting, is the part when they approved the recommendations for the $1 million in community investments in social justice and anti-poverty initiatives. And currently, I think that's a very big deal because one of the big topics going around the newspapers is the tent cities. And I just think that can relieve some of the pain that's going on in the city. So I just thought that was a really big step in that meeting.
I definitely agree. To everyone's point, I definitely can see that a lot of what we have spoke about as a council, does reflect a lot of what our community members think too. whether that's social justice, poverty, education, those sorts of things are definitely showed up last night when I was able to attend. It was really interesting to hear the community section where everyone was giving their feedback and using their time to speak. So I'm really glad that you all enjoyed it, and you guys were able to share with the council. So thank you. Does anyone have any updates about the newsletter as far as oh, and thank you to the mayor, of course, because for his, for him to acknowledge Yak, and then also, that for us to be in partnership with the city council, it feels good, I'm sure, for a lot of us to hear of the initiatives that are being implemented, and to know that, we do have the ability to make change just at our age. So just want to take a moment to thank the mayor and also the city council members last night for recognizing Yak. So just want to make sure I, as well as everyone else, say thank you. And so on to the newsletter for the spring semester. Does anyone have any updates? I know last time we were speaking about trying to have that newsletter done mid-April. Does anyone want to share about that? Any questions? Any of us need to hop on and do some work with the newsletter?
So there are no new updates for the newsletter, just because I think right now a lot of us are trying to wrap up the third quarter and just try to finish quarter. So, but spring break is coming up soon, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to just start orchestrating stuff and sending out emails, because I guess the city council meeting also just passed, so there's going to be stuff to write about.
Awesome, thank you. Are there any other updates from any committees? I know those were the main two. Also with, in regards to the virtual food drive, I know we have a lot of people doing outreach. Do we have any updates about that specifically with any of the main committees?
Well, of course, you all do have a guest on joining us from the Think Orange Food Security Office. And so I will afford her the opportunity to introduce herself to you all. And she works very closely with Miss Tiffany.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tanea Gvanzi, and I work a lot with Think Orange, like she said. Yeah, I've been helping out with the food drive so far, so I'm really excited to be helping you guys.
Thank you so much, for introducing yourself and taking time out of your day to be a part of this meeting. As you know, Yak is doing the virtual food drive. It will begin April 12th and end May 7th, which will be a Friday. And so right now, our main goal right now is to get in contact with donors. And so I know the outreach committee has done a lot of that as far as speaking with local businesses and organizations. So does anyone have any updates as far as that goes? Any new organizations, any donors that you all have reached out to? And also we have a letter that we send out on behalf of ourselves to whatever organization or a person to ask for monetary donations for this food drive. So it's very personalized, and we will also do thank you cards in return. So also want to put that out there for those of you who didn't know, and then also for our guests, that's how we are really connecting with community members. So does anyone have any updates about new partnerships or potential partnerships for the food drive.
Okay, so I'm still trying to contact Daggett Schuler. So I sent the letter out once we got the template out, and then I called them before, but I couldn't get in touch with their marketing yet. So then I called again today, and then I left a voicemail, but they said that they'll call back. I'm guessing sometime this week, hopefully.
Thank you, Cameron, for that update. Yeah, I'm sure they'll try their best to get back in contact with you this week. But Miss Wanda or Miss Jamie, is there any other recommendations that you have as far as coming back in contact with them, because we have worked with them in the past?
And what we can do too to reinforce Cameron's efforts is we can see if the contacts that we had for you all's PSAs are still there, the same people, and then just follow up with them. Because, as you know, you have a template letter that you're using to customize for different sponsors, but we also have the same on behalf of our department so that we can sort of reinforce and help what you all are doing. And we are planning also to reach out to some key city departments to see if they could potentially sponsor as well. So Jamie, did you want to add anything?
In regards to the sponsorships, I was just, as you were saying that, I was looking up for information about who we had been in contact with at Daggett Schuler. So I will certainly look that up and also help you out, Cameron, with that. I don't think I have anything in addition to what Wanda just said in regards to sponsors.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any updates? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think Jamie was going to share an update with you all that Brooke sent. Even though she's not able to join us tonight, she did want to share an update for the food drive website.
Yes.
So Jamie, if you can share it on the screen,
yes,
that would be great.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had it ready and everything. I was thinking about the sponsors. There we go. Can you all see it? Okay. So I think she said that she added some pictures and kind of edited some of the text. I see she bolded some information there.
And Yak, how do you all like the pictures that were added, and how do you like the way the page looks in general? Because Brooke wanted to have you all to provide any feedback that you may have. And of course, right here where it says the partners, that's where additional logos can go. Jamie, can you keep scrolling? And so there will be also where your sponsor logos will be. Once you get sponsors confirmed, that we can add their logos to this webpage.
I like it a lot.
Good, good.
Yeah, I like it too. I especially like how Brooke bolded those words because I think it really like emphasizes the points there.
Say that again, Sasha.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying I like the way that those specific words up there were bolded because it really like emphasizes the point that it's like saying.
Okay. What do you think about the pictures? You all want more pictures, or do you think that's enough? Jamie, can you scroll back up so they can see the pictures again? So you see you have that one. And then there was one above that. Yeah, from the March. If you would like more, you can add more, or we can add more. We just want to hear from you.
Could we add any of the pictures from like I forgot what it was called, but like our project in December, the meal service?
Jamie, do you have any of those?
I have most of them. Um,
Oh, good.
yeah, I can definitely send those to Brooke. Cause I took most of the pictures in the time that I was
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right. Anything else?
I have just like kind of
Okay.
like a question. Oh, sorry.
I think I hear someone speaking. Can you speak up?
Yeah, so it's me. Um,
Oh,
so
hey, Celeste. Mhm.
hi. My National Honor Society meeting that I had today, because I'm kind of like a big part of it, we talked about what we could do for community service, and I talked about the virtual food drive. And they say that they want to like help donate money. So is it okay if we, like my National Honor Society for my school, like host an event to donate money for the virtual food drive?
Oh, that's awesome. That would be awesome.
Okay.
Way to go, Celeste. I think that would be a really good thing. Those are the types of things that YAC needs for you all to do. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you. I was just wondering to see like if it was okay for me to do that.
And also, I really like the idea because my National Honor Society is trying to look for community service opportunities. So that might be something that we can adopt to.
That is awesome. I'm just over here like, no, I don't. I know I don't see like a problem with it, because if anything, that brings all of the community members together, and our peers alike. So I'm just really proud of you guys. Congratulations.
Absolutely. I agree, Portia. James, thank you. Phenomenal idea. And any of the rest of you, any clubs or organizations that you can think of to which you belong, please make sure you let them know about the virtual food drive, please. And Tanaya, do you have any feedback, thoughts, anything at all you'd like to share while you're on the call with us?
Oh yeah, I think that's a great idea to it's a youth powered food drive. So I think that bringing everyone from the school together in your clubs to raise money, I think that's a great idea.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Miss Portia, I guess we're back to the agenda then.
Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm just really happy that everyone is, taking the initiative to connect with just everyone, like getting everyone involved. So that's just awesome. Next, I would like to talk about the social media campaign for the virtual food drive. Is anyone on the social media committee that's here today? And can you all speak to that? And what is the process looking like right now? I know that Ms. Tiffany has shared a Google Doc, but I want us to be able to cover it as a council.
Tiffany and I worked on the template for the YAC members to send out at least 3 social media posts throughout the entire food drive. So that's what our plan is for the social media.
Awesome. And also the department on behalf of YAC will be doing a press release once you all are ready. Once we get to that point, we're going to do a press release so that the media, the TV and print media outlets and the radio outlets will pick it up. It's just a matter of whether or not they're going to actually print or show it or whatever, but we will be doing a press release about this as well. And oftentimes that's a huge help.
Yes, thank you for that. And also I want to quickly add that I think it's really great for the fact that social media is becoming a real vehicle to get everybody connected. And I'm glad to hear that there's been some updates for social media, especially because our campaign is right around the corner. Especially because we're getting back from spring break and everybody feels a bit generous around spring break for whatever reason. It's like Christmas and spring. So that's awesome. Does anyone else have any other updates concerning social media?
I would assume just in the next few weeks as we lead up to April 12th to really pay attention to your email, because that's where it's all going to come, right? I mean, we definitely, for this to happen, you all have to be driving the social media with your peers and with the youth. So we will, I mean, as a city social media editor person and stuff, I will definitely be posting it on our website with the YAC website. We'll make sure that we have it on city Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, but you all will really need to drive that. So just really pay attention to your emails.
Thank you for emphasizing that. Yes, I think it's really important that we keep tab on our emails. Whether that's your school email that you signed up with YAC for or your personal email that you signed up with YAC for, just keep in mind of those outside of personal YAC groups. So yes, definitely keep a lookout for that. Next on the agenda, we have some really good news. So if you guys checked your email recently, just a few weeks ago, we got some news about the YGA grants. We were fully funded, the $500, and it's amazing. So I just want to thank everyone for your contributions to this, to continue to write and be involved and to advocate for a cause that you all feel very passionate about, because now it definitely pays off, and our campaign will be, in fact, very successful because of these grants that we'll be able to use for advertisement and really to get people more involved. So I'll pass it over to Ms. Wanda and Ms. Jamie just to add a little bit more into that, what that process looks like as far as advertisement goes.
Well, it looks like we will probably be using a good bit of your grant money for ads, as Portia mentioned. And ads, believe it or not, are not cheap. They're just simply not. So Jamie is going to be exploring ways in which we can advertise your virtual food drive, maybe in some ways that aren't as traditional as others. Because, in years past, things like putting an ad in the Winston-Salem Journal, that type of thing, would be a very, very big way to get the word out. But that's not so much the case necessarily anymore. But we don't want to ignore the Winston-Salem Journal either, because a lot of the potential sponsors that you all may have would probably still read the newspaper. And so we don't want to not do that. And plus the Journal has digital ads as well. And so we're going to be exploring all of that. And Jamie, did you want to add anything?
I don't have any updates besides that. We will be looking at those digital ads with newspapers and stuff and see what we can get for the $1,000 we have between the two grants, and use that to produce as much media as we can. So.
Awesome. And as you guys know, we already received the state grant of $500. Just like Ms. Jamie was saying, in total, we received $1,000, which is wonderful because that money will be used for advertisements and really drawing in our audience, not only by way of our personalized emails and our letters, but now advertisements, it will definitely be more appealing. Does anyone have any questions or comments concerning those two? Or any feedback? Now, I do have a question, Tanaya. As far as, you know, your work as an intern, you know, a lot about advertisements and so on and so forth for the food bank, you know, has that been an effective way for you all to really draw in the audience? I know social media for us really gets in the young adults, but what does that look like for other populations? Maybe like the older populations. What ways do you see it? Is it more like Facebook for the older populations where we can, you know, draw in more of those persons, or, you know, what is your feedback concerning that?
I think Facebook is definitely a very viable option for the older generation, because I think they tend to use Facebook and like look at that daily. So I think that could be a very valuable option.
Awesome. And you know, this is just ideas are flowing currently right now. So I just want to open it up to anyone. Does anyone have any ideas as far as like what you all think would be the best option? I'm not sure if we put Twitter on our grants application, but I'm not really familiar with Twitter. So does anyone have any feedback about, you know, such as on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? What are y'all's thoughts there?
I just think that ads on Facebook kind of plays to a different type of crowd. So I just think that we have to come together and figure out who we're trying to play to on our advertisements. Are we trying to gain businesses? Are we trying to just spread awareness to the youth? Because if we're doing it on Facebook, we're kind of trying to get adults involved and businesses. But if we put it on Instagram and Twitter, we're just trying to spread awareness to the youth to donate. So we just have to kind of figure out our vision and how we're going to spread out the money.
And James, you make a good point. I think it's a little bit of both that you all need to do. I wouldn't say one would preclude the other. So I think it would be highly advisable to do both, you know, do the Twitter and Instagram crowd and also Facebook as well. Because you wouldn't want to leave anyone out. You do want to make it as inclusive as possible because you do want broad community support.
If I remember correctly, we can also do YouTube ads. Would that be something? I mean, like, are you all on YouTube? Like, would that make more sense even for youth than Facebook? I mean, I think Facebook is a definite. There will be definitely needs to be social media boosting on Facebook, Instagram. But I still need to find out like what the pricing is, and marketing knows all that. They have all that, you know, so.
In my own personal opinion, I think like the ranking that we should put our money in is like Facebook, then I would say Instagram, then YouTube over Twitter. Because for the youth, we are on YouTube, but we're kind of more on Instagram and Snapchat too, more than YouTube. But it just kind of depends on the crowd.
And I can find out if we're able to do Snapchat ads. I just am not familiar with Snapchat, and I'm assuming I'm making a horrible assumption. I don't know if we've used Snapchat for ads. So
that's a good point. I would also say, can marketing tell you the type of data that is shown from those ads as far as the populations and everything go? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Awesome. So that definitely will help us to kind of get an idea of the type of listing or whatever we want to go about. But those are some really great points. Does anyone else have anything on this topic specifically, or any just overall updates for the food drive, or questions possibly?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
So as far as trying to get external sources for donations, our deadline for that is April 12th, right?
I would say it keeps going. Like, it starts April 12th, but you can ask like at any time period. You can continue to ask, but the idea, like, ideally, it would be better to go ahead and contact people prior, like as far as like businesses and organizations, because I know they have a budget of their own of how they will distribute money yearly, right? So ideally, yeah, you could continue to go in that time period for individuals and businesses, but I think it's really important the quicker that you can get in contact with them, and the faster, the better. And I think also Miss Jamie and Miss Wanda were saying earlier that, as far as some businesses and law firms, they can try to see if we've had contacts before in the past and just reiterate what we have said. Because I know sometimes they just need an extra backing just to see. They may have questions, comments, and so on and so forth. But I think that's a great question. Does anyone else have anything to add to Daniel's question, or just in response to?
Portia, I think you nailed it. Daniel, definitely sooner is better than later. The sooner you can do it, the better. But again, we don't want to preclude anybody from supporting it who may want to, even once it has launched, because it's not like it's just a 1 or 2 day thing. So if they're interested in having logos added to the page, which a lot of sponsors, that's one of their main drivers, is they want their logos out there, then that may be something that would encourage people to continue to support it, even after it's launched.
Right. I think that's a great point too, because we definitely need to get as much of businesses and organizations in as possible. Like I said, the last meeting, when it comes to places like, grocery stores and places like that, the sooner the better as well. Because I know like some businesses we are speaking about, like Lowe's, they do have like a roundup campaign, and if I'm not sure about this, and feel free to chime in at any time if there's anything I'm missing. But I know like each year or every so often they try to switch up the roundup campaigns, and so my question with that, just giving you guys like examples of like who we need to be in contact with now, but the main question is, as far as grocery stores, for Tanya, what does that, I'm sorry, Tanaya, I'm sorry, I got too many names in my head. What does that look like, as far as, from your experience with working with Tiffany, what ways could we continue to connect with grocery stores to ask them, well, can we be a part of the Roundup campaign?
I'm not quite sure if I know how to answer your question. I might have to ask Tiffany later. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of us have been in contact with grocery stores, and we're still kind of just playing the waiting game for some of them as far as the penny Roundup campaigns. So yeah, that's a really great question, Daniel. That is a really great one. Does anyone else have anything else to add or any questions? Okay, if not, one of our last items under general business, we'll be speaking about the State Youth Council Spring Convention. And I want to just pass that over to Miss Jamie and Miss Wanda, who actually sent an email out a few days ago about that. So can you all speak to that?
Sure. So the email I sent to you had 2 attachments. One of those was if anybody was interested in running for the executive board. The other one had some applications for different awards that they'll be giving. Inside the email was the registration for the spring convention. It is a 2-hour Zoom meeting on Saturday, and I don't want to tell you the wrong date. Sorry, I should have had that in front of me. Well, I do have the email in front of me, but it does not say the date. Okay. Let me keep looking on that. Before we get off here, I'll have it. Because for some reason, these emails do not say the date on them. So.
Okay. We can circle back to it. That way, you're able to discuss everything at once. So we did speak about newsletters. Celeste, you have told us that, you'll keep us up to date. If there's any way, we can, Tamara, I know you had some photos that you've taken of us in meetings. I think it'll probably be best to send that to Celeste and some others who work on the newsletter. And, as far as that, are we still looking for mid-April to have those done for our spring?
Yes, Portia, that is my understanding, unless that has changed.
Okay. And just keep us posted. Just keep everyone posted. Any way we can help Celeste. I know that you do a lot of work concerning the newsletter. But if there's any way we can help or chime in, I know we all have spring break coming up for the majority of us. So, or if not, are already in spring break. So I know we have people more than willing to write something concerning meetings, conventions and so on and so forth. Miss Jamie, were you gonna say something?
No. I'm sorry. I was stopping someone from coming in and talking really loud. I apologize.
Okay. Task force to be included in there. Okay. Thank you for that. For getting in contact with Tiffany on such a short notice. But so what was put in the chat, if you guys have read, that it will be harder to get grocery stores to do the roundup campaign. So I'm not sure. I know there was people speaking about it last time about contacting grocery stores. So that's just kind of where that stands. But, there are plenty of organizations and individuals who are more than willing to support our food drive. So, thank you for that update. I will also like to mention that our monthly meeting schedule will be the same as follows. April 27th at 4 p.m. and May 25th is our last meeting at 4 p.m. Remember the fourth Tuesday every month, and it's at 4 p.m. So if you guys could put down your calendar, spread the word. I know we had a very short, very not a large meeting today with a lot of people, and I'm not sure if some people had a lot of plans and everything, with different clubs, but try to spread the word as much as possible, especially that Miss Jamie and Miss Wanda have stressed to us about checking our emails. So just reiterate that if you are able to speak with anyone, I know I'll try to do my best to as well. So I just want to put that out there as well. And so Miss Jamie, I'll leave it to you.
Okay, I have the date now. April 10th is the spring convention, and it's from 10 a.m. to noon, and it'll be on WebEx. You do need to go ahead and register. They're asking you to wear a youth council shirt, and that does say they have prizes. So I don't know what that means, but they're doing their best to make it as fun as they can virtually. And I can go ahead and email.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just saying I can email it out again in case somebody doesn't have it.
Okay. I was just asking if everyone has a yak shirt. Is there anyone who doesn't have a yak shirt or sweatshirt?
I don't have a yak.
Oh, wow. Okay. We need, for anyone who doesn't have one, Daniel, anybody else, to contact Miss Jamie so that you can arrange a time to get one. Because we are still working remotely. However, we do go into the office at times. And so it may be a good idea to try to coordinate that. Or we could at the very least leave it for you at the guard's desk or something like that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. But the bad thing is, because we're doing everything virtually this year, we can't see you, and so like in person and face to face, and so we can't just say, oh, meet us downstairs in the storage room and we'll give you your shirts tonight. So we just have to do it. We just have to plan it a little better with this format. But you are still welcome to get one if you don't have one.
That's always an exciting time. I'm wearing my sweatshirt tonight. I remember when we, got those, and then the highlighters and the pins. It makes you feel really appreciated, and just like you have done some really great work, even though it's just a shirt. And it's heartwarming, just to be a part of something greater. So yes, thank you for that. And Daniel, hopefully you could get yours, and I'm sure you'll love it just as much as I love mine. So does anyone have any questions concerning the spring convention, or did anyone not get the email? If so, let Miss Jamie know, or one of us, and we'll try to figure something out for you.
And Portia, thank you for the reminder. We do have other giveaways for Yak too. So if you do need to come by and pick up a shirt, yeah, we'll probably give you a few other things too. And for those of you who don't have, you only have a shirt and no other little giveaways, let us know that too, because we do have Yak items available for you. We don't want anybody to be without different things that we have.
Thank you for that. Does anyone have any closing comments or questions?
Well, Portia, does anybody have any upcoming events they'd like to share from school or anything that would be youth related? Is everybody anticipating spring break like what, next week or whenever? What's going on? This is a good time to give a few updates before we log off.
I have a life update, but it's just like a life update. So I'm gonna.
Okay, Celeste.
I'm going to Rice University on a full ride. So that's fun.
Good, yay!
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Congratulations. That's
Celeste,
awesome.
we're so,
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
very proud of you.
Any other exciting
How many
updates?
seniors do you have? Yes. How many seniors do we have on the call today? You can indicate it on the screen if you want to, or whatever, if you want to raise your hands. Because I got Portia, Celeste. Who else is a senior? Who else is graduating this year?
Sasha, Celeste,
And
where
Tamara.
did those go? Tamara,
James.
Oh my
James.
That's right.
Time went,
That's right. It looks like we. Say it again.
I said time went too fast.
For real. I mean, I have a small life update too. I think last Monday, I received a full ride to ECU Med School.
What?
Awesome.
You said a small
Hey,
update.
Right.
These updates.
This is huge.
Good
Give it the
grief.
credit. That is awesome.
Yes.
What? Wow.
James, you said
You said what?
you said ECU's medical school?
Yes, ma'am.
My gosh.
You're set.
You're a
like
baby.
that's
Yes, I'm still trying to figure out what undergraduate university I'm going to. But at least I know med school now.
Oh my gosh. To get that type of commitment at this point is unheard of. That is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We're so proud of you.
that is awesome. Any other updates? Oh my goodness. This is awesome. Any other like college commitments or anything?
My mom wants me to tell everybody that I'm going to High Point University, and I actually have my freshman orientation this Saturday. Yeah.
Awesome. You all are doing some great things.
That is so awesome. I know it's gonna be like, you know, it's all coming so soon and so close. So, you know, I know Tamara and I were speaking about colleges before. So congratulations. And Sasha, you said that you're still deciding, you know, congratulations on, you know, working hard and believing that you guys can. I mean, and it helps me, you know, like I got to make that decision too soon. So I'm really excited for everyone. That is awesome. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Our yak members always just blow my mind, and you all have been no exception to that rule. You've been doing wonderful things always, so this is really not a surprise. Just so proud of you. And seniors, we do have we can still give them to you. Your yak tassels, your cords rather, you have those from yak. And so you can still get those. I don't know what kind of graduation ceremonies there will be this summer, but still, you are entitled to those. So don't let us forget.
And also, I want to quickly speak about the ceremonies. There will be a board meeting with the Winston-Salem County Schools tonight. If you guys want any graduation updates, they will be voting on. Well, they've already determined that graduation will be held in person. So if you guys don't already know, now you know. So I would definitely watch that tonight. It will be on YouTube. I think it will be at 6. So within the next hour or so. So yeah, definitely keep a lookout for that. Anything else from anyone? Daniel, any updates? Cameron? No updates? Life is just good.
No, I'm just happy for everyone and all their college pursuits.
Thank you. That's awesome, guys. Well, we have a big food drive upcoming, so continue to look at your emails, work really hard, and contacting these businesses and organizations. If you need any help, just reach out to any one of us, and vice versa, because I really feel like it is a group effort, and sometimes to get in contact with these businesses and organizations, we do need some reiteration. So definitely, feel free to reach out. I'm very excited. Daniel, this will be one of your first, campaigns. Well, your second, including the one in December. So it's just exciting. So, I'm wishing you all the best. And if there's anything that, I could do or anyone else could do, just keep in contact and continue to check your emails. If there's no other updates or any other upcoming events besides the spring convention and our food drive and keeping a lookout for the newsletter, then just email us and keep a tab on your emails, and we will see you at next month's meeting.